85% of jobs are filled through networking. You already knew that. But here is what nobody tells you. The network that got you hired at 24 will actively hold you back at 44. The contacts that open doors at entry level become dead weight at the director level. And the relationships that define a CEO's power? They operate on rules that would feel alien to anyone below the VP line. Your network is not a static asset. It is a living organism that must evolve, or it quietly kills your career. Here is the framework, the proximity paradox. As you climb the career ladder, your network shrinks in size, but explodes in value per connection. An entry-level employee might have 300 LinkedIn contacts worth roughly nothing each. A CEO might have 30 key relationships, each worth millions in opportunity, information, and influence. Robin Dunbar proved the human brain can maintain only about 150 meaningful relationships, a biological ceiling. So the question is, are you filling those slots with the right people for your current level? Level 1. Entry. Level. $30,000 to $45,000. The Collector. Priya Sharma. 24. Marketing Coordinator in Austin. $38,000. Priya's strategy, volume. She connects with everyone. Industry mix-ups. Alumni events. Company happy hours. 412 LinkedIn connections. She feels good about that. The problem? LinkedIn's data shows the average professional has 930 connections, but only interacts meaningfully with 50. Priya is collecting contacts, like baseball cards. Impressive looking. Functionally useless. At entry level, your network is horizontal. Everyone knows other entry-level people. You trade job postings, commiserate about bad managers. It feels productive. It is a support group disguised as networking.
We all
But
have those.
when was the last
Just
time an
focus on the
entry-level peer
progress you've made.
got you a promotion? Priya has 400 contacts and 0 sponsors. Level 2. Mid-level. $55,000 to $80,000. The Strategist. Carlos Mendez. 29. Product Manager in Denver. $72,000. Carlos hit a wall. Plenty of contacts from his analyst days, none could help him break into product management.
Cheers,
The
everyone,
people he
to the
drank
best
beers
night.
with on Friday nights were all in the role he was trying to leave. At mid-level, the smart move is counterintuitive. You start deleting connections in your calendar. You start asking, does this person operate at the level I am trying to reach? A 2022 study from Stanford, MIT,
And the
and
engagement
Harvard,
metrics
20
correlate
million
perfectly.
LinkedIn users
We
over
should
5
isolate
years
this variable.
confirmed it.
It is
Your
a
weakest
pleasure
ties
meeting
are
you.
more
We will
beneficial
be in
for
touch
career
regarding the
advancement than
offer.
your closest
Here is
friends.
my card. Let us connect
Granovetter
next
called
week.
this the strength
That
of
is
weak
hilarious.
ties in
Tell me more.
1973. 20 million data points proved him right. Carlos stopped attending general mixes. He reached out cold to 3 directors at companies he admired. 2 ignored him. 1 responded. That one response led to his current role. Salary jump. 31%. Only 7% of job applications are referrals, but they account for 40% of all hires. If you are not being referred, you are fighting over scraps. Level 3. Senior Individual Contributor. $90,000 to $130,000. The Weak Tie Trader, Naomi Chen. 34. Senior Data Scientist in Chicago. $118,000.
This
At
looks
senior
absolutely
IC level,
wonderful,
your
thank
network
you.
splits into
You
2
are
layers.
most welcome,
Layer
madam.
1. Functional expertise. People who know you are brilliant at your craft. Layer 2. Cross-functional visibility. People who can pull you into rooms you did not know existed. Most senior ICs overinvest in Layer 1 and ignore Layer 2. Naomi spent 3 years building the best models in her division. Her manager loved her. Her skip level barely knew her name. When a director role opened elsewhere, the person who got it had weaker skills, but the VP had met them at a quarterly review. The uncomfortable truth. Being the best at your job is a terrible networking strategy. Competence is the baseline. Visibility is the variable.
It's a
Research from
pleasure
Wharton
to
confirms
finally
it.
meet you in person.
Professionals who maintain broker networks,
The pleasure is
connections
all
spanning
mine.
different groups,
Welcome to
advance
the
faster
team.
than those in closed
We're
loops.
thrilled to have you.
Naomi's network was a closed loop. Everyone
Well
agreed she was
deserved,
talented.
manager.
Nobody outside knew she existed. Level 4. Manager. $100,000 to $150,000. The Bridge Builder. David Okonkwo. 38. Engineering Manager in Atlanta. $142,000. The moment David became a manager, his network stopped being about him. Your team's career trajectory now depends partly on who you know. David's best engineer, Sophia, deserved a senior promotion, but the committee included a VP David had never spoken to. He could not vouch for Sophia to someone who did not know him. His network gap became her career ceiling. 70% of internal roles are filled without ever being posted publicly. If your manager does not have the right connections, your promotion never enters the conversation. David
Yes,
started
that
scheduling
works
monthly
well.
lunches with peer
I'll book
managers
that in for
different
lunch.
departments. Within a year, when Sophia's promotion came up again, he could walk it into the right room himself.
Right
At
this
manager
way, we're
level,
just about to start.
your network's value is
Perfect,
measured by
thank you.
one thing. Can you open doors for others? If the answer is no, you are managing tasks, not careers. Level 5. Director. $140,000 to $220,000. The Cross-Pollinator. Catherine Reynolds. 43. Director of
Michael.
Operations in
Great
San
job
Francisco.
on the latest report.
$195,000.
Thanks, Catherine. We appreciate
Catherine's
the
most valuable
feedback.
connections were not in operations, they were in sales. At director level, power comes from cross-functional influence. Professionals promoted to VP demonstrate stakeholder engagement across multiple areas, not deeper expertise in their own lane. Catherine
As you
started
can see
attending
from the
weekly sales
pipeline
pipeline
chart,
reviews.
The key task for this
Not because
week
she
is
needed to,
finalize the
because it
outstanding
changed
deals
how she
in the closing
prioritized
segment.
decisions. Within 6 months, the Chief Revenue Officer knew her by name. That mattered more than any operational metric she had ever hit. From here on, your technical skills stop mattering. Your network is your career. Level 6. VP. $200,000 to $400,000. The Gatekeeper. James Whitfield. 48. VP of Strategy in New York. $320,000, including equity. At VP level, you stop networking outward. You start curating inward. James has a personal board of 5 people. A former CEO, a board member,
It really
a
is. I think
PE
we're all
partner,
aligned on the
a
potential
peer
here.
VP at a competitor,
It's a strong
a
position
leadership
for Q4.
coach. Those 5 relationships are worth more than his 800 LinkedIn connections. There are no mixers at this level. No business cards. It is dinner at someone's home. A text at 10 p.m. about a deal that has not been announced. If you have ever felt like an outsider watching executives who seem to know everything before it happens, they are not smarter. They are better connected to the information flow. 95% of senior positions are filled through networking and executive search firms. At this level, if you are applying through a portal, you have already lost. And the VP network is simultaneously the most powerful and the most fragile. One broken confidence, and doors close permanently. Trust is the only
This
currency.
looks excellent.
Level 7.
We can move
C-suite.
forward as planned. Have
$350,000
the
to
contracts
$2 million
ready by
plus.
Monday.
The Architect. Michelle Okafor. 53. Chief Revenue Officer in Boston. $875,000. Michelle has the loneliest network in the company. And the most powerful.
Thank
At
you for joining
C-suite,
us tonight.
The pleasure is
90%
mine.
of people who
Here
want
is
to
my
connect with you
contact.
want something.
We should
Every
discuss
dinner
the terms
invitation
further
comes with
next
an
week.
agenda.
As you can
So
see on the
executives
whiteboard,
build what
these
Harvard
strategic
Business
diagrams
Review
highlight our
calls
key growth
the inner
areas.
circle.
By
6 to
focusing on
10
market
people with
penetration, we ensure
disproportionate
sustainable
influence.
growth.
The most valuable connections are not other CEOs. Michelle's circle include a university researcher, a journalist, a retired CFO, and a director at a competitor she has exchanged market intelligence with for 12 years. 87% of executives agree that face-to-face networking outweighs virtual alternatives. At this level, A single handshake redirects millions. A single broken relationship ends a career.
All
The
the best in your
CEO
new
does
role,
not
Michael.
manage departments.
Thank you. It's been a
The
pleasure working
CEO
here.
manages relationships. Every level you climb, you lose people, not betrayal. Dunbar's number is a fixed pie.
Welcome to the team.
When you add the
We're
VP
excited
of
to have you
engineering,
aboard.
someone
Thank
quietly
you. It's
falls
great
off
to
the
be here.
edge.
I'm looking forward to
Usually
it.
the college roommate, the first manager who believed in you. Less than 50% of professionals stay in touch with their network. 41% want to network more but lack time. These are not lazy people. These are people hitting the biological wall. Catherine from level 5 has not spoken to her best friend in 18 months. James from level 6,
We
his wife
increased
says he
efficiency
has
by
deeper
20%,
conversations with his leadership
optimizing
coach
the workflow
than with
across
her.
all departments.
The proximity
Honey,
paradox
Are you all right? You haven't
has a
touched your
dark
food.
side. The higher you climb, the more strategically valuable your network becomes, and the less human it feels. Remember Priya? 400 contacts, 0 sponsors. Still
It's
networking the
this
same way,
collaborative spirit that sets
still
us
horizontal.
apart.
Now
By
look at
integrating
Michelle.
our strategies,
6 people,
we can redefine
each
the market.
strategically chosen, each worth more than Priya's entire contact list combined. The distance between them is not talent or education. It is the understanding that your network must evolve faster than your title, or your career stalls while your LinkedIn keeps growing. Your move. Take 60 seconds. Open your contacts. Count the people you have spoken to in the last 90 days who operate above your level. If that number is 0, you now know why you feel stuck. If this changed how you think, subscribe. We break this down every week.
I
Send
understand
it to
completely.
someone with
Let me connect you
1,000
with my colleague
connections
now.
and
I'll share
0
the contact
sponsors. They need to hear it more than you do. Next time, why the first 5 years of your career determine 80% of your lifetime earnings and the one decision that locks it in.